So yeah, I decided to make my very own NFL Blitz cabinet. I know Arcade 1UP's coming out with theirs, congrats to them, but I knew early on that that one had some concessions that I just honestly wasn't willing to mess with, so decided to make my very own. I made a video recently on the channel about a Jurassic Park 3 arcade machine. In it, I mentioned that I bought not one, but two broken arcade machines. Well, this one was the second one from the same seller. This one was a bit of an accidental purchase. Honestly, I just didn't want it. I went there specifically to look at the Jurassic Park 3 machine, liked it, said, you know, he's like, hey, what do you think about this one? I was like, well, you know, it's not really anything I'm looking to get into because everything on it was broken. The monitor was absolutely dead. No cap kit or flyback kit or anything like that was going to fix it. It was DOA. The cabinet itself had a game in it. It was Sega's Extreme Hunting 2, which is a Thomas Wave game, which that's cool. I just really had no interest in the game itself with the monitor being dead. You know, basically all it was an Thomas Wave system and a cabinet to me, and I already own an Thomas Wave system, so it was everything on it was just, you know, stuff I didn't need. But when it come to be the time to deliver the Jurassic Park 3 machine, I said, hey, you know, I'll make you a stupid deal on this just to get it out of my hair. So stupid deal, signed off on it, said okay, fine, I'll turn it into something, and that's what it is. So I decided to go with NFL Blitz because I wanted my very own NFL Blitz cabinet. Like I said, didn't want any concessions out there. Decided to go with a 2-player variation as opposed to the 4-player, mainly because you don't see them very often with those OG Blitz setups. Everything for the most part is that Sports Station or Blitz 99 4-player setup. Plus I needed a little extra space in the garage, so a 4-player one just would be unnecessary. One thing I do like about this is not a midway cabinet. It's a cabinet made by a company called Fun Limited. They made cabinets for companies like Sega, for kit type of things, so Extreme Hunting, Big Buck Hunter, Golden Tee. They made those type of cabinets for those type of companies. So it's a very, very similar style cabinet to the midway cabinet, only it's not as deep, which is a win for me. Like I said, trying to save a little bit of space in the garage, but decided to tear it all down, clean it all up, because the cabinet itself, the body itself, the panels, everything were good shape. It was just absolutely filthy. This one was twice as dirty as the Jurassic Park 3 arcade machine that I picked up. So after I scrubbed everything really good, ripped out the old monitor, donated it, made sure to clean the bejesus out of this machine, and started, you know, the build slash repair slash restorate, whatever you want to call it, to turn this into an NFL Blitz, the transformation, if you will. So I ordered the side panel arts from a company called XL Arcade. The control panel graphics themselves I got from Escape Pod Online. One thing to note is this control panel is actually deeper, wider, larger than the midway setup, which is something I honestly prefer. So I had to do the custom artwork option for that. That way I've got a wider, deeper space on the control deck, so I don't have to worry about bumping into buddies when we're playing. Got a Dell Optiplex PC in there that I always use for my mods, running a modified version of CoinOps in there, but I've got every variation of Blitz you can play. Got, you know, all these awesome games that I love, these 3-button setups, so all my side-scrolling beat-em-ups, newer games like, you know, Shredder's Revenge, Streets of Rage 4, and of course I can play things like NBA Jam. I can play Showtime on here, which you're not going to see on an Arcade 1UP cabinet, so I can enjoy all that. Gauntlet Legends. I've got 49-way joysticks in here, and I'm using a USB adapter from GP Wiz that adapts that 49-way midway joystick into a USB input. That way I can convert it to 49-way, I can do 8-way, I can do 4-way. It's got all sorts of different configurations. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that I got the original joysticks going with the, you know, emulation, and in MAME you can adjust it as well. You can play 49-way joystick, 8-way joystick. Most people honestly wouldn't even notice, but if you play Blitz a lot and you're a diehard, you definitely want to go the OG route with the 49-way joysticks, and unfortunately they're crazy expensive. Luckily I was able to find some online for dirt cheap, used ones, just had to replace the grommet and I was good to go there. Buttons, the same buttons I use for every single arcade build. I don't care about Sanwa at all. You couldn't pay me to care about them, sorry. I'm a Hap guy through and through, so Hap competition buttons, D44X cherry micro switches, those are my setup of choice every single time. Went and got my own piece of plexiglass from Lowe's, cut it to size, drilled out the holes, so I got a nice, nice clear protective layer on top there. On the front of the cabinet where I had the holes for the guns themselves, I thought about filling it with wood filler, repainting and everything like that, but then I was like, maybe I can repurpose that, and that's what I did. Basically turned it into USB expansion ports, that way I can plug in my Send and Light gun, USB controller, fight pad, whatever I want, so you can play these games any way, shape, or form you want. If for whatever reason you didn't want to play it with a joystick and buttons, you can play it with a game pad, a fight pad, but mainly I'm going to use it for my Send and Light guns, to go ahead and plug them in there and just be able to play light gun games. The monitor I've got inside this cabinet is a 27-inch Asus display, high refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, so I don't have to worry about input lag or anything like that. I got a custom bezel in there, mounted it up so it looks nice and clean, uniform, like it's supposed to be there, not some janky cardboard cutout type of thing, anything like that. Got the original decal from the arcade. Don't have the top one because no one sells just the top decal. Bottom decal, but close enough. Good enough anyways. Got the instructions on how to play the game for anybody that's a noob, walks up to it, never played it before. Of course, got the illuminated light up coin door buttons and everything like that. So, I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get. I'm happy with it. Like I said, plays anything and everything I could absolutely throw at it. No concessions. Got the full roster on all the games, so I'm happy with it. All in total for this entire build, I think I'm in like $500, and it's not including the PC, but it's also including the the cabinet, the art, the monitor, the buttons, the joysticks, all that stuff. So very cheap, economical way to put together a dream arcade cabinet for me. Anyways, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. Really means a lot.